Welcome back to Madden NFL 20. We selected your previous game options. You can change these options and accessibility settings here or at any time later from the game settings. Accessibility settings.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Accessibility settings. Accessibility settings.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach. Welcome to EA Sports coverage of the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl from right here in Orlando, Florida. Coming up, the AFC looking to make it 3 in a row as they square up.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The NFC offense taking the field, being led in blue by the NFL's all-time passing leader. 12th Pro Bowl nomination for the great QB from New Orleans, Drew Brees.
And you and I both know that this is not easy for him. It's fun to play football at any time, but you know he'd rather be preparing for the Super Bowl and still trying to get that missed call out of his head that may have prevented his Saints from getting there.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8.
On first down, Brees. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Now the New York Giants star playing in the Pro Bowl as a rookie, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On second down, here's Barkley. The Titans' Jarrell Casey on the tackle. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Brees. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Zach Ertz.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
A second-time Pro Bowler here. This is the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. Bobby Wagner of Seattle, he'll get credited for the tackle. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16, they tried something a little different. They held essentially a fantasy. Year one, it was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders as captains. Year two, Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. And then in year three, Michael Irvin again matching up against Jerry Rice.
And one common denominator, every single one of those guys with a gold jacket, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So they didn't ask you and I to be the captains and make the picks. And by the way, the playmaker, Michael Irvin, went 2-0. And you know I heard all about that.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the AFC has taken the early lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 AFC. 1 quarter down. It's the AFC off to the early lead. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And all the way down to the 39. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 42 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Tyreek Hill, as time expires in the first half. And the AFC adds on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. So we're at halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner of the Steelers. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the NFC is going to have a short field as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Come on.
Now the leading rusher in the league, Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys, his 2nd Pro Bowl. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Derwin James, who had a sensational rookie season in L.A., he makes the tackle. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt of the Texans there on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Brees Stearns for the NFC first. Well, he was so good throwing the football on 3rd down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something as you said, during the regular season, so what if it's with a bunch of guys you're unfamiliar with? It's 3rd down. He finds a way to convert.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Throwing now is Brees. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated then Julio Jones, because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Again, it's Breeze. And he connects with Ertz. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. From 6 yards away. And the NFC able to draw a bit closer. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And no, it's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd and short. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on.
And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Zach Ertz, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. To throw is Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Mahomes. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Mahomes now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They'll run on 1st down. It's Connor. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On second down, it's Connor. Kyle Fuller of the Bears up to make the tackle.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, you crowd the line of scrimmage. If they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on third down. Back to throw, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On play action, now Breeze. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Now here's Michael Dixon on for a very important punt here in overtime. He'll return it from the 6. There's the stiff arm. Powers through. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The drive will start with Connor. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during.
Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy classic Madden with Madden Ultimate Team, franchise, or a quick pickup game in exhibition.
Watch out, flip. I'm in the whip.